Hi everyone, my name is Dave and today I bring you a budget but competitive Rokket deck with upgrade possibilities. So let's see what we have in this fantastic deck. Don't forget to subscribe and help my channel, it would mean a lot to me. So without further ado, let's see the main deck. First we use 3 Rokket Tracer, very important and very powerful card but absolutely budget friendly. It is a tuner and it can destroy a face-up card you control to special summon a Rokket from the deck, so it's mandatory, you need 3 of this. Next we have Silver Rokket Dragon, twice. If you target it with a Link Monster's effect, you can destroy it and banish one card from your opponent's extra deck. So you can just kill a combo piece, absolutely. And if this card was destroyed by battle or card effect, including its own, you can special summon a Rokket monster from the deck during the end phase, so it gives you more resources instead of itself, so it's a really cool card. We play 2 mana Rokket Dragon. They have the same end phase summon as the previous, and when a Link Monster's effect targets this card, you can destroy it and send one monster from the field to the graveyard. So it has an untargeting removal, which doesn't even destroy, just send, so it's really effective. And we play 1 Rokket Synchron. If you normal summon this guy, you can special summon level 5 or higher Dark Dragon from your graveyard. So you will have immediately 2 monsters on the field, and you can make your Link or even your Synchro plays because it's a tuner. We play 1 Auto Rokket Dragon. It can special summon a Rokket from the deck in the end phase as the other ones I mentioned, if it was destroyed and sent to the grave that turn. The other effect, if a Link Monster's effect targets this card, you can send a spell or trap card from the field to the graveyard. So this time you can send a spell trap instead of a monster. After this, we use 1 Rokket Recharger. If a dark monster, which was a special summon from the extra deck, is destroyed, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon another dark monster from your graveyard. We also play 3 Absoluter Dragon. It's never a brick. If you control a Rokket monster, you can special summon it from your hand. And if it is sent to the graveyard, you can add the Rokket monster from your deck to your hand. So both effects are insane. We have 1 Background Dragon, which can special summon itself from the grave, and the dragon from your hand if you control no monsters. So it's really helpful. You can start a lot of plays with this. And for example, you can send this to the graveyard with Dragon Shrine or Foolish to use its effect. We play 1 Galactic Spiral Dragon. Man, this card is really good and ridiculously cheap at the same time. You can special summon this from your hand or graveyard, and once per turn you can make your monsters level 8 monsters on the field with this card, so you can easily make a rank 8. For example, Dingirsu is a rank 8. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We use the Light-Dark duo. We also play Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This card is insane. Its effect is not hard once per turn, so you can summon it back multiple times to use the same effect. It special summons any dragon from your grave. After this, let's see another huge dragon, Chaos Dragon Levianeer. It is much cheaper after the dual overload, so you can use it without spending too much. And here we play 1 Omni Dragon. This main deck is a 40 plus 1 card. This is the plus 1 card. I really like it, both the artwork and the effect. But it costs about $10 if I remember correctly, which is not that much, but you can simply cut this out. You have more important cards if you want to spend your money on. As regards the hand traps, we play 3 Ash Blossoms. You can play Effect Wheeler instead, which is a bit weaker but insanely budget friendly if you pick the cheapest version. And for the spells, we play 3 Dragon Shrines. It's basically a Foolish for dragons, and we play one Real Foolish. After this, we play 3 of the Quick Play spell for the Rockets. This card is a joke. You can summon any Rocket from your deck, and its effects are not even negated. So cool. It's really cool to start your combos, to summon your monsters. You have to play 3. 2 of the field spell for your Rockets. It's good and you need this for combos, but 2 is absolutely enough. 1 Dragon Ravine, great card for the deck, and we also play 1 Dragon's Mirror to summon out your fusion monster. We play 3 Called by the Grave, both offensive and defensive. You can use DD Crow instead if you want a more budget-friendly option. That card is cheaper, but you can't protect your combos with that, so use Called by the Grave if you have the opportunity. We play 1 Monster Reborn because it's strong. You can even use your opponent's graveyard. And we play 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Now, if your local players are super heavy back row players, you can use Twin Twisters instead. It depends on you and on the meta. Both cards are cheap after the reprints. Last card is an Imperial Order. So this can totally shut down decks. So I decided to use it because it is helpful in almost every duel if I'm the first player and I just use this card, and sometimes my opponents just concede. So this was 41 card. Let's see the extra deck. This is where things are more expensive. As you saw, I tried to use the cheapest cards possible and even told you budget options for a few cards, but we have a card which we have to use in the deck, and it has no budget options, no alternatives, and this is Striker Dragon. If you can afford it, I would even recommend to play 2, but 1 is mandatory for the deck. It's insanely good. I mean, you only need 1 Rocket monster to summon it out, and it adds the field spell to your hand immediately after the summon. So it's a must-have to be competitive. Another card which is a bit expensive, Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spares. But this card is not as mandatory as the Rocket Link, the Striker Dragon. I would recommend using it if you can. You can use basically any card you want instead of this. You can use any dark monsters you like. Next we play 1 Dillinger's Dragon, 1 Quad Boreal Dragon, and 1 Triple Burst Dragon for the combos, and they are perfect fits in the deck. They are also budget friendly, so they are perfect. We use the Guard Dragons, LP and Pisty, and Dragonite Knight to have our Dragon Ravine in almost every game. The boss link monsters, 1 Warlord Dragon and 1 Unchained Abomination. Unchained Abomination can destroy a lot of cards because it destroys a card on the field if a monster were destroyed by battle. It destroys another if a card were destroyed by card effect, and another during the end phase, because why not? So it can destroy up to 3 cards per turn and synergies really well with the Rockets. You can also play a Boreal Sword Dragon if you can afford that. It's such a good card for the deck and lets you make easy one-turn kills. As a boss monster, you can play Saryuja for hand fixes and for a free special summon, if you like. We play 1 Abyss Dweller to shut down the grave. We play a lot of level 4, so that's not a problem to summon it. And let's see our fusion, the Borreload Furious Dragon. I really like this card, and it has useful effects and easy to summon out with Dragon Mirror, so I use it in the extra deck. You can cut this out if you don't like it. We use 1 number 38, Hope Harbinger, because we have level 8s and we have Spiral Dragon to make any monster level 8. You can also use Dingirsu, for example, instead of the fusion monster. If you do that, you can cut out the mirror and use one more galactic spiral. That way you will definitely have enough level 8s all the time. I don't want to say that don't use the fusion card. As I said, I personally use it. But I'm trying to give you a few build options so you can build this deck a more rank 8 heavy deck if you like it that way. Let's see the last card, and actually this card would be Borlord Savage Dragon. The problem is that it's the most expensive card of the whole archetype. So I hope it will have a reprint soon at the Megatin, for example, but until that time you can play a Draco Berserker of the Tenyi or another level 8 instead. So this was my deck profile. There are a lot of possible extra deck builds, that's why I told you a few options. In the most competitive version I play Savage and Boral Sword, but even with the budget options this deck is really fun to play and you can win games with it. It can be a competitive deck, so I really recommend this. So guys, all in all, I tried to make the deck as budget friendly as possible, but still competitive. In my opinion, this deck is really fun to play and you can upgrade it as much as your money and your creativity let you. You can even use the Seifert variant, with which a lot of people topped already at regionals and even at higher levels. This was all for today, guys. I will bring you more and more deck profiles in the future, more budget-friendly decks, not so budget-friendly decks, meta decks, casual decks. So if you like my videos, don't forget to help my channel and subscribe. That way you will have a notification each time I upload a new deck, a new video. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. So thanks for watching, have a nice day and get your game on.